What's good, YouTube? We're gonna have a live reaction right here to a new structure deck reveal and then some new Duels Pack 19 cards, which is the Duels Pack with all the new cool Thousand Eyes restrict support, but we're going with some Chaz Princeton for this one. So, we've got a new Powercode link reveals, and it looks like we have a new Powercode talker. Alright, so we have the new code talker. It's a Fire Cybers link effect, link 3, 2300, left, right, and bottom left. Alright, so it's going out both ways and down. These are amazing link markers, and it's any 3 monsters. It's completely generic. Alright, this could be really big depending on its effect. Once per turn, you can target one face-up monster. That monster's effects are negated until the end of this turn. I'm liking it. I'm digging that effect. That's a good effect. It's not a quick effect, so that's a little bit lacking, but it comes out and it takes care of anything that might be a walking floodgate, that might be stopping your strategies. It takes care of something, and that's nice. It's not the most broken thing in the world. Once per turn during damage calculation, when this card battles an opponent's monster, you contribute 1 monster this card points to. So it's probably only pointing downward left initially if you're using it as an enabler. But if you're using it as an extender, it's going to have plenty of things to point towards. During damage calc only, this card's attack becomes double its original attack. 4600, that's pretty strong. It has a negate. I think the more important thing here is that it's completely generic for a Link 3 with a good effect. It basically just power creeps our Gaia Saber. It's able to go to 4600. I dig it. It's a very good card. It will be used. I think it definitely enables better than Code Talker when going further into combos, but initially, one downward pointing, I don't know that it'll replace the Code Talker overall. It's definitely a welcome member of the Code Talker family. Dongle Acorn, grab your dongles. Dark Cybers effect level 100. Grab your dongles, boys. You can only use this card's name's effect once per turn, so we've got a hard once per turn clause here. If this card is special summoned, you can special summon a dongle token. Alright, jokes aside, it's a Cybers Dark level 1, attack 0, defense 0. And the monster itself is a Dark Cybers effect level 1, 0, 0. So if you find a way to special summon this man's out, probably Firewall Dragon, you're actually having a huge enabler for that really tough, hard to grab out Cybers support. Like, this is actually pretty big for the Cybers archetype in general. So Dongle Acorn, you better grab your dongles if you want to play Cybers. It's a cute little acorn USB. I highly respect this card, but you've got to figure out how you're special summoning it, and the answer's probably Firewall Dragon, and then there's probably better cards to do that with. It just feels like, I don't know, I wish it was if it was normal or special. It's very limited in what it's doing. You have to find your way to special summon it, so you're expanding extra resources just to get dongles and dongles tokens. We got Packet Link, a trap normal. You can only activate 1 card with this name once per turn, so I assume it's very powerful. During main phase 2, so you gotta make this last a whole turn unless you somehow activate this from your hand. Special summon any number of level 2 or lower monsters with different names from your hand, deck, or graveyard to zones on your field that link monsters point to. So yes, it's a very, very powerful effect, but it's limited to main phase 2. What does that mean? It has to stay set on the field a whole entire turn. And then it has to last through your next battle phase, so it can't just be used immediately the next turn. It's very slow. I don't like that. Its effect is amazing. Its effect's at a blowout if it's happening. It gives you monsters to flood the field with. You can enable a zone with like the Code Talker Proxy Dragon, be able to summon 3 level 2s from your deck. That seems pretty insane. But you're doing it in slow-mo. And I don't know about that one. I think it's a really, really busted card initially, but I don't think it'll be used. The most use will probably be the generic Powercode talker here. Dongle token might see heavy play by the Cyverse players who need anything. Tell me how you're gonna use Dongles. How you're gonna raise your Dongles. Alright, let's go ahead to the Duelist pack. Let's head over. Ojama and Ancient Gear cards. You either die as a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a meme deck. Are you that Ojama guy? Ojama Paleo is actually no joke, by the way. It summons Christia from the deck. It actually does what it means to do very, very well. So let's go ahead into some new Ojama support. Ojamidification. A normal spell card, you reveal a light machine fusion monster in your extra deck. What's this have to do with Ojamas? To your opponent. Then banish any number of Ojama monsters from your hand, field, or graveyard. Special summon monsters with different names from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Alright, whose fusion materials names are specifically listed on that reveal card equal to the number of cards banished. That's actually pretty huge. It sounds like it's a combo card for light machine fusions. Like, that's okay. Let's read the second effect before we analyze that further. During your main phase, you can banish this card from the graveyard, target 3 of your banished Ojama monsters, shuffle them into the deck, then draw a card. So obviously it's working with the banish effect from the first effect in order to regain some advantage. It's during the main phase, but it's not limiting it from the same turn it's sent. So it's a self-replacing card. The important thing here is you have cards to get Ojamas to your hand for free, and then you can use this as kind of a power play, but you're littering your deck with a very specific type. Things that run light machine fusions. Cyber Dragons come to mind. I don't know what else you might want to use, but it just summons the materials. It doesn't help you fuse. It's pretty cool, but off the top of my head, I don't know how to abuse it, but it does sound abusable. You're just putting a ton of vanilla bricks in your deck. Let's face it. Ojama matching. Okay. Quick play spell card. Send one Ojama card from your hand or face up on your side of the field to the graveyard. Add from your deck and or graveyard 2 cards, one Ojama monster with a different name than the card, and an Armed Dragon monster, except Hardened Armed Dragon. So this is a meme card. It's probably not going to be that good. Then you can normal summon one of the monsters added to your hand by this effect. During your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 3 banished Ojama monsters, shuffle them in the deck, and draw a card. Why do they keep adding this effect? This one sends to the graveyard. What's going to continue to banish your Ojamas here? I'm a little lost. I'm not an Ojama master, so if you are an Ojama master, if you're this man's, down in the comment section down below, please tell me what's going on. What are you doing to banish your Ojamas? Antique Gear Frame, level 4 Earth Machine Monster effect. Alright, this is probably the realest card out of this pack. We already have the, out of these 4 sets of reveals. Well, there's only 3 because Ancient Gear Fusion is something we've already covered in depth. Ancient Gear Frame. Attack 1600, defense 500. You can only use this card's first effect once per turn. You can discard 1 card, add 1 Ancient Gear Golem, or 1 spell/trap that specifically lists an Ancient Gear Golem from your deck to the hand. Spell and traps that specifically list Ancient Gear Golem. Oh, that's why they show the fusion again. The fusion is able to be searched by this. If this card attacks, your opponent cannot activate any spell/trap cards until the end of the damage step. And then, if this face-up card leaves the field due to an opponent's effect, not your own power, not even by battle, opponent's effect, you can special summon up to a total of 3 cards from your hand, Ancient Gear Golem or Ancient Gear Golem Ultimate Pounds, ignoring the summoning conditions. It's just sitting there saying, hit me! Do it! Hit me! Like, oh man, it's the Joker on the motor, like or the Joker on the ground. Batman's on his motorcycle. Come on, hit me! Like, it's not gonna happen, bruh. Nobody's giving you this effect, man. This effect might as well not exist. I mean, it has to be face up too, so they know it's coming. Like, Oh man, but it's definitely really cool that it can search the fusion card. I don't know off the top of my head what else it can search, because I'm not searching my head for what specifically lists Ancient Gear Golem, but this is definitely cool that it can search the fusion. So what do you guys think of today's cards? Link Frames Pack came out also. I'll link that video here at the end. Definitely way more exciting than any of these cards in my opinion, but getting a generic Link 3 with 2 decent effects, I think that will see play with its Link markers. It definitely has awesome Link monsters. And grab your Dongles, boys! I don't know how else to end the video except summon Dongles everywhere!